Found it. Nice payoff at the end here. We are walking to a waterfall called Hidden Haven. So we decided to take a nature walk since we didn't get enough of the outdoors yet today. About a mile into the waterfall and obviously a mile back on the same trail. All shady and nice. Lots of good smells. We're in Brian's Head right now where this waterfall is located, and we're staying just a little bit further north of there in Cedar Break, the highest elevation ski resort town.
Brian Head is at 9,500 feet above sea level, and then the top, the peak where the ski lifts are, is I believe 1,100. We've obviously never been that high before.
I was high.
So to be able to like say we spent the night in the tallest ski resort in America is super cool.
We are heading on to Colorado shortly after Utah on this trip, and going to be going to some alpine destinations there in the Rockies. And yet this place we're staying in Utah in the mountains ended up being a higher elevation than a lot of those towns. Pretty interesting and impressive. Explains why we had some shortness of breath upon arrival. And we're kind of feeling the altitude this morning a little bit before we headed out. Loving the smell of these noble firs. These are the types of Christmas trees. When I was young, my family and I would go into the mountains and cut.
Griswold family Christmas tree.
Always like them. They're not as bushy as some types of Christmas trees. They're cleaner. You can see the ornaments in between them. Pretty nostalgic being able to smell that. Kind of smells like Christmas, and here we are in July. I guess we found Christmas in July. How about that? Wonderful cliche.
Looks like a Christmas tree.
Found it. Last 10% of the trail was a little dicey. Had to go around some boulders with some rock, a little bit of water coming down, but there was places to put your feet, and I was able to carry the camera. Nice payoff at the end here. And we're getting here in the afternoon, so we got the western sun kind of shining on the waterfall. Pretty cool little spot. That tree is literally growing out of the side of the mountain, straight horizontal outside. Pretty crazy. Definitely would come back here and have a picnic. We saw some picnic tables on the way up that were about 3/4 of the way up. So you wouldn't lumber an ice chest, but you could definitely take a backpack or a basket and definitely make a little picnic day of it here. Cool spot. I'm glad we stopped by.